is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster. Just Liam in this one today, because Ben's had his baby, obviously, and something awful happens to Belle at some point in the podcast. We still managed to have a bit of fun, though, so enjoy.
Huge news yesterday. The social media star boasting about 4 million followers online actually passed away. Turns out it was all a big hoax, though. Liam.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that and I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember that kid. And then you sort of feel like, oh, that's so sad, like to, pass away at 14. That's...
And the post said that it was both her and her brother.
Yeah,
now,
and everyone was like, what happened? Because there was no details.
If you're unfamiliar with Lil Tay, she is the self-professed youngest flexer in the world and posts stuff like this.
Lil Tay just copped a brand new Ferrari. Y'all haven't seen this car in your lives. I'm out here flexing and all y'all broke ass haters. Y'all rappers out here, I ain't even started rapping yet, but I'm richer than you.
Her bit is kind of telling everyone how poor they are.
Yeah.
And she's like this little Beverly Hills kid, and how we would never be able to afford the sort of luxuries she has in life.
Yes, we're talking like early teens, as in like 11 years old, and this is the kind of message she's getting out there.
Lil Tay just got a brand new Jaguar. This car cost me $130,000. Y'all grown man hating on me, but that ain't changing nothing. I still gonna be rich. I'm the youngest flexer of the century. And I'm only 9 years old.
Jaguar.
And she blew up online. And so when the news yesterday came out that she'd passed away and at such a young age, it was really suspicious. It was weird. It was obviously a big shock. And it turns out she now posted online saying, no, it's not true. I am alive.
Yeah, and I think what happened is she got hacked. So the hackers posted a message saying that her and her brother had passed away, and then all the the news outlets sort of jumped on it. So
us media, we were like, ooh, okay.
Yesterday at work, it was. We didn't talk about it because it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's sort of sad, but I was like, oh yeah, that's.
And we didn't know any details, and no one was talking. The parents weren't talking. Yeah, but look, let's be honest, Liam. Hacked. That did not happen. She did not get hacked. She did not. She knows what she's doing. You fake your own death. You blow up universally.
No one does that though.
She's
that people
gained
said
heaps of followers. She's now got her name out there worldwide. We're talking about her. She totally planned this. Her whole media team would have said, you know what we need to do? We need to fake your death. And then if you die, then everyone will talk about you, come back, say you were hacked, done.
I can't see that feasibly actually happening. You know what I mean? People say, oh, Michael Jackson, it was a hoax, but it's it doesn't really.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Belle, you're just sorry. You look really red there. Are you? Sorry, guys. Is she Can we get Belle a water in here? Can we Belle? Belle? Belle! Belle's dead, guys. I think Belle just died. You are here with Ben, Liam, and Belle. Though it's just Liam this morning because Ben is off for the rest of this morning, and next week he's on paternity leave because he had a baby. And if you just joined us before, Belle died. Belle actually died before we went into Kid Leroy. Much like the social media star Lil Tay, we thought she died yesterday. Turns out it was a hoax. She got a few followers from it, but I can assure you, Belle is definitely dead. If you would like to leave some messages of support for her and her family, you can do so. BelleJackson_. That's her personal gram, so you should give that a follow and put some doves and that sort of stuff on there for her. She's dead. And $1,000 to give away next.
For great deals and cheeky getaways, whatif.com has just the place.
A winter hideaway is great, but bring on spring.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, apartments, holiday rentals and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Oh, brother. I had a god-awful moment at the shops yesterday, Belle. Just a real embarrassing one. I wish the floor would open up and I could just be swallowed in, just disappear.
What happened?
Remember how we were talking about AirPods on the show?
Yeah.
And I was paying you out for having the cheapo version that aren't pros.
Okay, well, they're not cheap, I will say that.
They're not pros, though, are they?
No, they're not pros.
They don't have the noise-cancelling
No,
feature.
they don't have the noise-cancelling feature.
Sorry. It just always gets me that you can't cancel noise. You can't. So you wouldn't even be able to put it on transparency mode, would you?
Okay, what happened? Okay, I'm not.
Sorry,
Let's not
it's
dwell
okay.
on the.
Well, here's the thing, Bill. I was paying out for not having AirPod Pros.
Yeah.
But there are, it turns out, some downsides to having those particular headphones.
Well.
So I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but I certainly learned why the feature can be dangerous. I was walking through Coles, just enjoying my life, listening to some calming music. I think it was some Bill Withers, just sort of old school, you know, just feeling it. And I was going around, going through my list, getting my bits and bobs, and then I had a bit of a feeling in my stomach, feeling that people get from time to time. And it was a feeling I trusted. It was a soft feeling, a feeling.
Are you talking about a fart?
I'm talking about a little fart. Yes, a little pop off.
This is not where I thought it was going to go.
So I made an educated decision that it would be
Gross.
safe to drop my guts in Coles.
Gross.
I thought it was. I believe the kids call it an SBD. Probably more the dads these days. Silent but deadly. So I let rip. I thought it was just, it was small. It was small. But I had the noise cancelling headphones in. And this woman, she gave me the most foul look.
That is
She was
so funny. Hang on.
It must have been so much louder. Her jaw hit the ground, and she was disgusted. And I was so embarrassed because I was like, I didn't even know how loud it was. I mean, I couldn't.
That's the thing. We'll never
What
know how
cancelled out
loud
the
it
noise?
was. You never
We
heard
don't
it. We'll never know. The
It
poor woman.
It felt longer. It felt like after I was like, oh, maybe that was bigger than I thought.
Yuck. Was she behind you or in front of you? Was she in
We
the
were
line
just
of
sort of
fire?
no, we were just sort of in the same aisle, so it was sort of quite. It was only us two,
Well,
so
when did
there was
you
no one to
apologise?
blame it on. It was not like a squeaky shoe or anything like that. So this is what I was hearing in my ears. Oh yeah. And this is what Coles South Melbourne heard.
Yuck. Gross. I feel for that woman. If she's listening this morning, I want to apologise on behalf of Liam. I'm in this studio 3 hours every morning with him, and my God, it's disgusting in here.
I apologise. They probably had to throw all their product away like they did the other day. They had that big skip bin. They got in trouble because there was a bit of dust in there. They probably thought, oh, Jesus, it's happened again, guys. It's been crop dusted. Get rid of all the bread. Is that a persimmon you've got in your hand there?
A what?
A persimmon. No,
What is that?
you don't know what a persimmon is?
I've never heard of that before.
I thought you were all veggie and into vegetables and fruits and things. You don't know what a persimmon is?
What's that?
It's a fruit. Looks like a tomato, but it's not.
No, it's a mandarin that I stole from the kitchen because we have free mandarins in the basket.
Who
Who
arranges the fruit around here?
That would be Vicky at reception.
I'll have a word to Vicky and I'll see if we can get some persimmons in for next week. They're good.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Marcelo and Trenton, much planned for the weekend?
Not too much. But Belle, everyone knows what a persimmon is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, our boss David, who's here as well, didn't know, so I'm going off him. What would you describe it as?
Yeah, like a soft tomato fruit.
Yeah, soft tomato fruit.
Yeah.
How do I spell it?
Yeah.
We can look up persimmons after the segment's
Persimmon.
finished. First question here, Marcelo. Taylor Swift has announced her 1989 Taylor's version coming out in October. How many years ago is 1989?
34.
Very well done. It is. Doing the math there. There was that huge truck rollover on the freeway yesterday. If you're driving on the Monash towards the city, are you travelling inbound or outbound?
Well, you're travelling inbound.
Yeah, of course. Gen Z are renaming the white singlet the Wife Pleaser. Probably a nicer name. Can you finish the saying? Happy wife.
Happy life.
Am I right, guys?
Marcelo, you're on it.
Yeah, you're really on it. Are you looking up persimmons currently? Belle?
Yeah, I
You've seen
did.
it,
I've
Sam?
never seen that in my life.
They're
you
literally-
can't come on here, Marcelo, and say everyone knows what
No,
it is.
literally you can work into a Woolworths or a Coles and you'll see one. Literally.
Mate, I tried to get a fig yesterday at the supermarket. They didn't even have figs. I doubt they have persimmons.
I will go downstairs and get a persimmon at some point
Can
this
you
morning
please?
to prove to you that they are readily available fruits and that everyone should know them. Okay.
Things are tensing up in here on day 5.
It's Collingwood Geelong at the G tonight. Can you name a Collingwood player, past or present, whatever?
No, I can't.
Not a single one. Not a single.
Hang on.
We have one on like every couple of weeks. He's playing really well at the moment. Him
The
and his brother.
brothers, the two brothers.
One of the Judd brothers? No.
Oh no.
What about oh no, don't get rid of him yet. Marcelo, what about he became like a coach and then he quit.
I don't think he's gonna. Sorry, Bill. Ben joins us now, and Karen, tell us, can you name just one Collingwood player?
Nathan Buckley.
Yeah,
Very
Nathan
good.
Buckley. I think that's the one Bell was referring to.
Very hot.
Hey, on this day in 1968, the Beatles launched the Apple Records label. Can you finish these lyrics?
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom.
Let it be.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy one. Pretty easy one this morning.
Did you just guess that? It sounded like you guessed it, but you got it right.
I mean, he did say
Most of the song is those words.
No, you're dead right.
All right, well, Ben, congratulations. You get to pick the next song we play. Now, would you love this song as a pick-me-up this morning, Sandy Tom?
Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. In 77 and 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late.
What a banger.
To a world that doesn't
Or,
care. Oh, I wish I
Ben,
was a punk rocker.
Are you in the mood for Sandy Tom Punk
Oh, I
Rocker?
wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in
The choice is yours, my
hair.
friend.
In 77 and
I'll go
69,
punk rocker.
You
Wow,
go.
what a choice, Ben.
Yeah, you go that one. All right,
Yeah,
awesome.
I reckon so.
Yeah. We're both vibing it this
We are
morning.
just, I don't know. Yesterday we played it and we can't stop singing it, Ben.
Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. In 77 and 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late into a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
Now, Liam, if I may, I'd like to do it a little bit differently today for Love Rat. Normally, we answer your emails that you can send through at loverat@novafm.com.au for your love, sex, relationship advice. But today, I actually want to bring you something that happened to me in my life. Well, actually, it's my friend. I've got a single friend. And we were out on the weekend, and she was just like, she was glued to her phone. And I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm just going through my bench." I said, "What is that?" And she said, "Oh, you know, the bench. Like, I'm benching. I've got a few guys on the bench. And I'm just, because I'm out, I've got my favourite that I've messaged seeing what he's up to. But then I'm just going down the bench and just making sure that I've got my backups sorted out." I was
Right,
like,
okay.
"Mate."
I mean, you've got some pull if you've managed to. In my single days, I was pretty stoked if I could get one sort of on the line. That would be nice.
I mean,
It'd be a nice way to spice up a month before she gets bored of me.
I think it's different as a single straight girl. Like, I was out with a lot of my girlfriends that night, and they all said, they were like, "Yeah, you have them on the bench."
So what is the bench? It's like you
The
only
bench is
message them
literally-
every now and then when everyone else is. So you could be like fourth down the bench and you're not getting messaged unless like the main player and
Well,
three
'cause
others say no.
Yeah, so she messages everyone on the bench. So she had 3 guys on the bench.
Are they
and
in
then
a
she
group
had her-
message?
No. And then
Bench
she had
boys.
her guy. You may have also heard this term as like a roster. Like, you've got them on the roster, which to me sounds way more just, I don't know, too raw. Like, oh, they're on the roster, so I'm going to move around. She more like she just strings them along a little bit, keeps messaging them, keeps them there, and then like if her favourite says, "Nah, I'm having a night at home," she works her way down the bench.
That's so
She's
funny.
the coach. She turns to the bench and says, "Right,
Yeah.
you're in for play."
Right, lads, warm up. One of you's on tonight.
And maybe you look. I'm sorry. I'm apologising if you're talking to a girl and maybe you think that you're the favourite, you might be on the bench.
Might be.
You know.
Is there any gives if you are on the bench? Like, how would you know?
Well, I'd say if she's always like, "Hey, what are you up to?" and then you say what you're doing, and then maybe you don't hear back, and then
Oh,
the next
that's
Saturday
how you
hear,
know.
"Oh, hey, what's been going on?"
Oh, that's when you know you're on the bench.
You
I
just
see.
You just keep them there. You know, you keep them interested. They're there as a backup. They're there if your favourite gets injured. You can go to the bench, sub in
I
your
must
next
admit,
person.
this is a new phenomenon for me, Belle. I'm not
Nah,
familiar with it. I get what you mean though. Like,
It's definitely a thing. And look, I'll say when I was single back in the day, I was guilty of it. I had a few on the bench, I had a few in the roster. It's how it goes.
Did you have like an assistant manager, someone who could help you with the team sheet? Because obviously, you know, with your bench, so that's kind of hard, like to coach and have all those people that you
Look,
need to
it can get messy sometimes. Sometimes I'd make plans with one and then forget. Yeah, with this. Yeah. I don't want to go into too much detail, but there were times where I was like, oh no, did I just double book? I can't remember. The bench gets a bit crowded. 13, 24, 10. Are you benching some people right now? Have you got a roster going? How many is on there? Is this a thing? Because I've been in my relationship for a few years now, so I feel like maybe it may have died down a little bit, but back me up. 13, 24, 10. What's your bench looking like? Do you have a few on the roster?
I would take men and women. Maybe.
Totally.
Maybe.
How do you manage it?
Maybe
Yeah.
there's guys out there with a bench as well. I don't know. 13, 24, 10. If you've got one, how many people are on it? You can give us a buzz. Belle, I only learned about this morning, but what is the bench?
So the bench or benching in the dating world is having some backups. If you're single and you've got like the person that you're seeing, okay, cool, or you're messaging two people, you have a favourite, you bench the other. You just put them aside, and if your favourite falls through, you've got your backup.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong to have a bench? You know,
as long as you're not hurting anyone.
Is it dishonest?
And I
or are
think-
people happy to be like, yeah, I'm a lifetime bencher, I'm sort of happy with it?
I think,
like it's no
honestly,
strings attached sort
I
of
would
vibe.
say if you're single, I think everyone is benching. Your bench might be as small as two people, but everyone's doing it and not really saying it.
Do you send out like written letters when you're in a relationship, and you sign a 3-year deal, whatever you get, you say sorry to the bench, like there's no room for you anymore.
I've
Your
done
services are no longer required.
I did that. I've done
You got
that,
rid of
yeah.
your bench?
Yeah, so when I started, when we became exclusive, like my partner and I, my lovely fiance, and I've done it in past relationships too, I sent out a message to like, separately obviously, to like the benched guys, and I said, hey, I'm in a relationship now, but it's been great. See ya.
Oh, wow.
It was just
No
like
severance package or
It was
anything?
like
No.
a email all kind of like just, whoop, send it
Yeah,
out.
right. Please
But
don't
what
contact
else
me again.
do you do?
Yeah, I suppose
you
you
don't
get
just leave them on the bench. They'll,
That's true.
They'll rot.
Well, that's it, and especially when people are in their prime and they're on the bench and they're not getting game time, it's sort of like, it's a bit of a waste of a career. Stacey in Armidale joins us now. Do you have a few people on the bench, do you?
Yeah, I got a bench. I've got about maybe 5 on the bench at
5?
the moment.
Nice,
I
Stacey.
mean, geez, you're obviously pretty busy then. I mean, if you're getting through,
Well, single lady, I'm just keeping my options open. It does get a bit confusing sometimes because one time, I'll tell somebody a story and then I'm like, got the memory of Dory. So then the next time I'm catching up with a different person or the same person, I'll retell them the story that I told them the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting confused. But it's just options open, Why not?
You want to go see
Great.
Oppenheimer this weekend? We went to see that last weekend. Run us through so you've obviously got the main player. If they were to sort of want to get
They
into
sub out. They're
No, what I was getting at is if your main player wants to get into a relationship, you would obviously ditch the bench. But what about like if that's not going to happen and like your sort of favourite person on the bench, would they ever stand a chance in the main team, or are they forever going to be just like those side sort of people?
Well, I think my walls are just too high up. So no one, I think the main player would have to come and just completely sweep me off my feet. So at the moment, everyone's just sort of base level, having a bit of fun. I'll lock in days where I'll see people, but yeah, why not? I can guarantee you that I'm on their bench.
Yeah,
So why
That's-
can't
I get
yeah,
you.
that's the thing,
See,
Stacey,
what you're
yeah.
saying is there'd need to be like a real generational talent, like a Buddy Franklin or like a Gary Ablett sort of, yeah, for you to get rid of the bench and go, we're committing to a long-term deal with this
I
this
think
player.
we're being a bit confusing with the dating
I
terms. and then
don't
the sporting
think so.
terms.
I don't think so at all, Belle. I don't think that's happening.
Well, hang on, and then Josh Dacos comes in, and then I don't know. Oh God,
Oh,
Chelsea,
I'm learning. This is just how I'm learning. I mean, you're calling it the bench. I'm just putting it in your terms, Belle.
Chelsea and Glen Iris. Good morning, 13, 24, 10. How many you got on the bench? We're talking benching and dating. How many do you have?
Good morning. Well, I had 2 on the bench, and one of them I'm now dating. So
Oh, God.
they
Okay.
upgraded.
the main player.
Oh, wow. And does that person sort of know they were on the bench for a while, do you think?
I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, it hasn't come up yet. We're freshly dating, but, you know, they were just persistent and I kept seeing them and, you know, eventually I realised that I was having a lot of fun with them and that we got along really well. So, you know, I thought, why not give it a crack, eh?
That's the thing. The bench doesn't have to be a negative term. The bench is, they're in your life. They're just not your favourite. But who's to tell the future?
Well, especially, I mean, if you're on like 10 people's benches, you know, you're still getting game time. Is what I'm saying.
As long as we're all doing it safely. We're talking about like however many people we're seeing and everything like that.
Well, you're the one talking about the bench roster. I never had a bench, bro.
Really? Do you just never have a bench?
No, do you think I've got that sort of riz?
Liam.
have a bench?
Aww.
Oh, yeah, they all mentioned my backup chicks. They're my side chicks.
Yeah, you don't strike me as that.
Never the case. Anyway, we'll give you those 6 bottles of wine. Thank you so much for calling through, friend.
Get ready, burger lovers, because Wendy's from the US is said to be opening up 200 stores across Australia.
Is that why they got rid of, like, the Wendy's we know and love? Like the Shake and Dog, like Mega Shake?
Well, they're still alive. They're hanging on.
Barely.
There's like, I just looked up on Google Maps, there's like 4 Wendy's. The milkshake one, there's 4 of them still around. This one, though, yeah, it's a bit confusing because we're used to the Wendy's that has the cakes and the milkshakes and they have hot dogs. I think. But this Wendy's is like burgers and real American style. They have made a deal with the Pizza Hut chain, and so maybe all the places that were Pizza Huts are now going to be Wendy's.
I
We'll
see. Well,
Yeah.
good to get some more burgers in, and maybe some of the stragglers will die off. I don't know, like Red Rooster or something. Or what's that one? Oliver's.
Okay, well, Oliver's are in a game of their own. Let's be honest. Oliver's
Yeah, in the
have
sense
no...
that no one cares about them.
Rude. I've been to Oliver's.
Oh, yeah, right.
If you're on a road trip and you stop in at Oliver's, you have made a very healthy
awesome.
decision.
Instead of chips, I'm going to get green beans for $11. That's exactly what I want when I've been on the road for 10 hours.
It's a
Are
good
you kidding me?
idea. It's for truckies that want to be
Yeah,
healthy.
oh, yeah, all those healthy truckies we know and love. All those truckies. No thanks, no Chico roll for me today.
Why
I'm going to have some broccoli, steamed.
Why are Oliver's only regional? Why haven't they
Because
started in
they
the city?
wouldn't stand a chance in the city, and then they're barely getting market out there.
Yeah, true. Well, maybe Wendy's will open up some regional as well.
The nation has World Cup fever, baby. The lid is well and truly off at the moment. I mean, if we win this game tomorrow, I mean, that's as far as any Australian team has ever gone. I mean, even making it to a quarterfinal is crazy, but we can beat France. I mean, we did it 1-0 in Melbourne as a friendly just before this tournament started. So whether you're a football fan or not, I mean, it is time to jump on board and really support the Matildas. Eb in Geelong, where are you going to be for the game tomorrow?
We're going to be at home watching as a family.
All right, nice one. Can you just give us a bit of a demo, just your best, like, come on, the Tillies, just like, really give us some, yeah, come on.
Okay, let's go, Tilly!
We can work on that. Hopefully a little louder tomorrow so they can hear you. We'll send you some Matilda's merch, though, so you and your family can get all decked out. Let's move on to Layla now. And Doreen, are you excited for the game, Layla?
Yes,
Oh, unreal. How old are you?
I'm 10 and I play soccer.
Oh, yeah? What's your position?
I play striker and midfield.
I
and who
see.
for, Layla?
Doreen.
Nice.
So what do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as a bit of a Caitlin Ford or a Mary Fowler? What sort of player are you?
Sam Kerr.
You're Sam
Yes.
Kerr. Righto, right to the very top. Awesome. Well, we'll send you some merch, Layla. You enjoy. Hopefully the Matildas can get up for you tomorrow. Kath, how you doing?
Hey.
Are you a bandwagon supporter or have you been on board the whole time?
I've caught the fever. I'm
Oh,
on. We're having some people over, a few drinks, pizzas. It's on.
yeah, unreal. And
Nice.
there's nothing to be ashamed of for jumping on a little later. Well, no worries. We'll send you some merch. You enjoy the game. Let's move to Holly in Oakley. Are you excited, Holly?
I am so excited. I can't wait to see them win the quarterfinal.
All right, well, Holly, you're going to have to prove it. Holly, let's hear your biggest Go Matildas when you're ready.
Go, Matilda!
That's more like it.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah, I like it when it sounds a bit more like feral, like when it's a bit like, like the guys doing the footy records out the front.
Yes.
At your footy record. You want to sound like a real foghorn. We'll send you some stuff, Holly. Jess in Rosebud, do you think we can do it? Can the Matildas beat France this Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. We've done it before. We'll do it again.
That's it, baby. And then after this, it's a semi-final. And then after that, we're all getting a public holiday, whether we win the World Cup final or not. That is so exciting. Okay, we'll send you some Matildas merch, Jess. Good stuff, Jess.
She can't believe it.
She's gobsmacked. Her jaw has hit the ground. That's why she couldn't respond. How exciting. I mean, the nation is really getting behind the Matildas. 6.5 million people watching against Denmark at the start of the week. It's going to be nuts, especially in Fed Square, 5 p.m. tomorrow, quarterfinal against France. And we're obviously all nervous. We believe they can do it. But I tell you what, who would be really nervous? The parents of the Matildas themselves. Now, if you're watching the tournament so far, you'd be familiar with Claire Polkinghorne, the centre-back, one of the great defenders. Her father, Tom Polkinghorne, joins us on the line now. Tom, you must be so proud of Claire at the moment.
Yeah, no, definitely proud. I'm actually her brother, but definitely not her father. But, very proud. It's been an awesome time for our family, and the games have been insane, and to see the crowd, and everything's been awesome.
I'm so sorry, Tom. We were told you're a dad, and it says on our screen that you're a dad. So I was like, you are a very young dad.
No, that's all right. It's a bit hard when I'm a bit younger, but that's all good.
That's totally fine. No, I'm sorry for, sort of saying that you fathered
Tom,
your sister on.
What's the plan for tomorrow, Tom? What's the plan? Like, obviously, it's in Brisbane, so you guys are going?
Yeah, correct. So we're from Brisbane, so it's a hometown game for us. We've got a big group. There's about 24 of us getting together before the game, and, we'll have a few drinks to loosen the nerves and get through that first half. But it's an exciting day.
What's the seating like for the family and friends and stuff? Like, are you guys up front? Where do you get put?
Yeah, so we're just behind the bench, so we're pretty lucky to get some good tickets. So they're great spot.
And is it sort of a thing where they've sort of said, hey, guys, family, have as many tickets as you want until about the semi-finals, and then, FIFA are going to come in. It might be pretty hard to sneak you into the final. Or if they go all the way, which we certainly hope they will you be at the World Cup final next Sunday, do you think?
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. So actually, I live in the UK, so I'm back for the World Cup, and my flight home is for the Monday morning out of Sydney. So
jeez.
Let's hope that I can get on that plane with a bit of a hangover with a World Cup win.
Oh, man. Yes. How good would that be? Has this always been the goal for your sister Claire, for as long as you remember? Or is she one of those people who's just, really naturally gifted and has just sort of, fallen into this?
Yeah, I mean, she's always been talented, but I think talent's only one thing. I mean, you've got to have the determination and work ethic to get where she is now. And she's been in the national team for 17 years, and this is her 5th World Cup. So, talent probably gets you there, but I think the hard work and that sort of thing, really has the longevity. And she's been lucky enough to enjoy 5 World Cups, but I think this one on home soil has been particularly special, and playing in front of the home crowd and all those sorts of things has been really, really awesome.
Tom, you said that you live over in the UK. Are you into sport yourself, or was this just all her and you're kind of more into the business side of things?
No, she's definitely takes the cake in terms of the sporting side, and she probably has the intelligence as well, which is a little bit.
Oh, you're sweet.
I was going to say, you sound like a lovely, supportive brother, but it is. I mean, it's definitely that sibling rivalry thing. It's you cooked when your sister wins a World Cup. It's like, well, what am I going to do now? To be the favourite.
Look, the mixed C touch football sort of doesn't match the World Cup game at Suncorp, but. No, look, really proud and happy to see where she's gone.
Unreal. Well, Tom, thank you for taking some time out of your day. I really hope we get the W this weekend and you're extremely disgustingly hungover on that flight back to the UK on Monday after a few photos with the World Cup trophy. So huge, and appreciate it, mate.
No, perfect. Thanks, guys.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still want to party. Pink felt like I'm ready to blend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki. All of the Barbies is pretty. All of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
Barbie World. Just Nicki Minaj teaming up with Ice Spice and Aqua on that one. You are here with Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
If you're in the boat that you thought Nicki Minaj was done and we were in the, Cardi B era, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice, like that song, I have been rinsing that song since, it came out like weeks and weeks ago. And I'm so excited. Can we make we're going to play that song every morning.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think...
We all need Ice Spice every morning.
Don't think you'll have to fight too hard for that to happen on Nova, to be completely honest with you. But I'm sure we'll hear it in about an hour.
What gives you the ick?
Is there a particular trait or small annoyance that repulses you about someone? We actually do this every single week. 13 24 10 is the number. Do you have any icks, Belle?
Oh, yes. It's so great doing this segment weekly because you get so many that come to mind. And the latest for me is people who run upstairs on all fours. Which I will say I did do as a child. Our house had stairs and I thoroughly enjoyed going up on all fours.
My fiancée Sarah used to do that. Like at our last place, we had a two-story place.
How old is she?
Well within her 20s. It was not when people were around. It was more when it was just in the privacy of our, just the two of us. And also,
did you find it funny or did you?
Nah, it creeped me out a bit. It looked, especially she could do it. She was getting pretty good at it, and her hair is like long, so when it was drooped over her face, it looked very like The Ring. When she crawls out the TV.
That was the goal. As a child, not so much mid-20s like Sarah.
Also the other thing that used to annoy me because they were like carpeted stairs.
Yeah.
And when she was excited, she'd slide down the stairs on her bum. Like,
yeah. I used to do that as
well. And I felt like a real dad, being like, "You're gonna wear out the carpet. You're gonna wear out the carpet if you keep doing that."
Oh, do you have one, Liam?
Yeah, I saw someone eating something the other day, and I was like, those things give me the ick. I think they're becoming more of a thing at the moment. I don't know if you've seen these things. You've seen those like giant pickles that people eat?
You like
know what I'm talking about? They're actually foul. They're called like hot mamas or whatever. I saw them at the shops the other day and I took a photo. What? So it's like I pick my pickles off my burger. Like I don't even like pickles, like a little bit of pickles, but people eat them like it's almost like a giant. Yeah, you're right. Like the size of a cucumber.
Hang on. So it's just a.
It's like a huge pickle that you can get from the shops.
Yeah.
And
So it's a pickled cucumber kept as one piece.
And people eat it like
Ew.
in their hand, like an ice cream.
Ew. What?
It's foul.
Ew. That's gross.
Yeah, I saw a guy walking past eating a pickle.
That's weird.
Listen to music, just like walking, just carrying about his day, eating a big pickle. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's weird.
No,
that's gross. And his breath would stink, and he'd just be like, "There is what?"
And I know there's one called Garlic Joe as well.
Yeah.
If I see someone eating a giant Garlic Joe pickle, I'm crossing the street. I'm crossing the street. I'm sorry.
Gross.
13 24 10. What gives you the ick, Melbourne? Heather in Moorabbin, tell us. What's your ick?
When you tell someone that they've got something on their chin after they've been eating and they go to wipe it, but they don't give it the first or the second time, and then you need to tell them, oh, you've still got something on your chin, and then they go for the third or fourth wipe.
It's so
Heather,
funny.
Can I say, and we'll say this because Ben's not here, bless him. So Ben has a beard and he loves a packet of chips. And he'll just scoff down a packet of chips and then he'll have so many like chip remnants in his beard. And I'm like, Ben, you've got chip in his beard. But he'll do the thing where he'll go, yeah, what? I'm saving it for later.
That's it. He's too cool. He's too proud. It's like, okay, man, you can look like an idiot with chips in your beard for 4 hours if you want and then like get it out in your own time. That's fine. We're just letting you know because we're about to go into a meeting. But that's true. He almost thinks it's a power play for you to tell him to wipe the food off his face.
And then he looks at you and says, yeah, it's on purpose.
Whatever. I meant to do that.
Oh, just get rid of it.
Kate in Vermont South joins us now. What gives you the ick?
When guys with dad bods take off their jumper, but the shirt comes off with it, and you get the whole belly and hair and stuff.
That happens to me every day. I know, and it's shameful. I know. Yeah, and I know some people seem to not care too much, but I purposely tuck my shirts in when I put a jumper on so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, see, Kate, I'm a fan of the dad bod. I love it.
Well, it's the thing.
Love
sometimes,
I love when dads take their jumpers off and then see the gut for a bit.
If you get it caught like too much and then it really like wrinkles up together, and then you've done yourself a real mischief. Then if your shirt's tangled with your jumper and you're flapping around and you're trying to wriggle out of there and get it out.
Thanks, Kate.
Nikki joins us now. What gives you the ick, Nick?
When people stop and do up their shoelaces.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
You'd rather them just walk around?
Especially if they then eat.
Wait, what?
I don't know, Nikki.
Hang on. You had me and then you lost me.
Well, if they do up their shoelace and then pick up something and eat it with their fingers, ick.
Yeah, but
Just touch
like
their shoes.
But Nikki, then you just walk around with your shoelaces untied. What happens when they unfurl?
We'll do them up properly in the first place.
Well, that's the thing, Nikki. I will agree there because I think doing up your shoelaces like mid-walk or mid-outing is a very child thing to do. You should be able to do your laces enough that
I
they
do
don't
have
come
a
undone.
bit of a problem with my laces.
Liam's laces. What is wrong? How do you tie your laces? 'Cause
I
Nikki-
don't double knot because no one's got
See,
time
that's
for that.
your problem. There's
well,
your problem.
I live a fast-paced, crazy lifestyle. Sports cars, supermodels,
Yeah,
radio
you
shows.
keep every 5 minutes having to do up your shoelaces like a loser. Nikki,
know what?
thank you so much for saying that.
Thanks, Nikki. We'll give you 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate. You can enjoy the perfect drop from the heart of the Yarra Valley. And I am going to go out and buy some Velcro shoes after the show.
Just tie them properly. It's
no,
as simple as
I
that.
think I'm going to get some bowling-style shoes. I think that'd be cooler.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bit of shush thanks. Time for Ben, Liam and Belle's Friday Meat Tray.
Bit of added incentive to give us a call throughout the week. If you're our best call of the week, you're walking away with a meat tray. And this one is unreal from Oram Poultry Co., bringing the freshest Australian specialty poultry to cooks across Australia. Go to oramppoultryco.au. I mean, have a look at that. The Moorabool Valley corn-fed duck offal. I mean, wow. You're not getting that anywhere else, are you? What about the poulet? The poulet?
Normally you have this banter with Ben.
Do you know
I'm
what
not
poulet
going to
is?
have this. No, I do.
A young
and we're not as a
rooster,
as a
young cock.
vegetarian. I will not yet.
What about a
But I'm
cockerel?
sure it's lovely. And before we get to the winner who'll be walking away with that tray, we always have our honourable mention. This week it goes to Marissa for her magpie impression.
Marissa, can you give us your best magpie?
Yeah. Now, upon reflection, though, I will say that is not a magpie. Would you argue that she was doing a crow?
So it was, yeah,
That
you're
was
actually
that
right.
was a very good crow.
A magpie's more...
It was like, like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. But
That's
she
a-
did it.
Yeah,
That's a crow. And only upon reflection I realised
Belle,
we gave her the point. But no.
Would you like it stricken from the record? We can. It can be off the books.
No, because she still did a very good
Okay,
crow.
it's still honourable. It's still honourable, although the wrong species of bird, Marissa. Okay, best caller this week, though. I mean, I think it's going to be Christy, right, who told us about a love note that a tradie had left her.
So I had a tradie come out to fix my fence, and I had recently cleaned out my bedroom and got rid of some unmentionables. He had obviously gotten rid of some materials in my bin and must have come across them because I came out to a note on my fence that was nailed there saying if I ever needed the real thing, give him a call.
Oh, see, no.
Congratulations, Christy. You're our Friday Meat Tray winner.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man. I suppose we never asked, but did you call him?
I didn't, no.
Yeah.
I curled in a ball of shame and then went shopping.
Got more. Great.
Well, Christy, we've punched in the Dandenong coordinates. Are you at home at the moment or are you at work? Or?
I'm just, I'm a volunteer event manager and I'm just out scouting raffle prizes today.
Oh,
so
wonderful. Where are you? I'll need to change the coordinates.
I'm still in Dandenong, it's okay.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, well, the meat cannon has been loaded. We'll shoot the meat tray over to you right now.
Oh, thank you.
It's coming. Just drop your raffle tickets because you're going to need to catch it with both hands, okay? It's still coming. It's on its way.
I'm not a good catcher.
Okay, here we go. Come on. Both hands.
Oh, gosh, no, awful to the head.
Awful to the head. How awful. Oh, wonderful, Christy. How
awful.
Well, please wipe the offal away from your eyes. Good luck with the rest of the raffle tickets and you enjoy the meat tray this weekend.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Christy. What a story.
Yeah, wonderful. If you want some meat, you can call through next week any old time. Even if you impersonate the wrong bird, you'll probably still get a run.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.